Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragons here, and I'm going to be playing some more Slime Rancher 2. So let's hop right in and continue the game. Now, this is probably going to be a bit of a shorter video, if I had to be honest. Because, honestly, I don't have that much time to record a video. But yeah, let's just try and see what I can get done here, today. Because hopefully I can at least get some stuff done. Alright, let's just check on my slimes real quick. Ooh, I got some plorts that I can collect. Let's just go ahead and try and collect, as many of these as possible. Man, I'm gonna have to get some plort collectors, actually. So I'm gonna have to build up the money for that real quick. I don't know how much a plort collector is in this game. I'll try and look right here since, you know, I haven't got one on my cotton slime yet. Okay, it's like 750, so I should have around enough by the time I sell the plorts of another slime area on top of these cotton plorts that I just now collected. Okay, let's collect these plorts right here. So that way I can actively try and collect some plort collectors, so that way I won't have to worry about collecting the slimes either. Since that is a big time issue that I have, is having to collect all the slimes on top of the plorts. Like, that's a big issue I've been having since the start of the game. Alright, let's just collect this water lettuce right here and feed it to my cotton slime so that way I can get a little bit of extra money. That should give me, like, 2 more cotton plorts, since, you know, water lettuce is cotton slime's favorite food, and it is like each favorite food gives you 2 plorts for each slime that you give it to. Okay, that got a plort collector right there. I'm gonna have to try and save up for a little bit more. Like, I'm gonna have to get one on my phosphor slime, you know, containment unit next. My other slime variants, I don't really worry too much about those, considering I think I've already got one on my pink slimes, and my tabby slimes, I don't have too many of those. On top, same for my other slimes too. I don't really have many for those other slime variants to really worry about them right now. It's just that I have to worry about my phosphor slimes first, just for that reason alone. Alright, let's check on my meat variant thing. So that way I won't have to worry about, you know, having to collect too much stuff. Alright. That's good for right now. Wait, did I collect all... Yep, I got all the upgrades for the meat variant thing. What the heck happened there on that screen? You know what? Let's just try and check on some of these other slime variants. I'm gonna collect the plorts for my cotton slime thing real quick, since I know I got some there. Alright. Let's go ahead and sell these plorts so that way I can actively try and save up for another plort collector. Since that's kind of like the one thing I know I need the most of right now. Okay, I just need a little bit under 200. I don't know if I have enough in these slime areas. I don't really know. I'm gonna check regardless, but yeah. Okay, there's 4 baddie plorts right. Wait, no, 5. I almost missed one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to collect some more baddie slimes whenever I get around to it. You know, because I only have 4 of those right now. Alright, let's just try and collect some of these heartbeats, since they're gonna need to be fed to my rock slimes. Alright. Let's just collect as many carrots, too, as possible, since that's also gonna need to happen, too. Alright, that's 29 rock plorts right here. Okay, I can collect 1 more rock plort. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can collect right now, because I don't have, like, as much, you know, containment units upgrades on my vacuum. I'm going to try and collect and save up for those, but I don't think I can right now because I don't have the slime requirements for it. But regardless, let's just try and see what I can do out here. You know what? I got enough plorts right now, I think, to be able to afford a plort collector for my phosphor slimes. So let's go ahead and sell these plorts already. And collect these pogo fruits while I'm at it. Since that's gonna have to be collected for too long. Alright. Let's just see what I can do. Because I know I gotta collect these plorts. I'm gonna turn off my mic real quick. Alright. Let's feed these phosphor slimes already, since they're gonna need something to eat. Alright, that should be enough food for them right there. Let's go ahead and collect the plort collector right there. Since, that's gonna need to happen for too long. Yeah, I'm also gonna have to put some on my baddie plorts. For my baddie plorts and angler plorts. Since, they're gonna need something to collect their plorts relatively easy too. And also so they don't get mixed up with other slimes and create, some unnecessary largos. You know what? I don't think I'll... You know what? Might as well get the plort collector on the Tabby's containment unit. Might as well, since it's right here. I don't have too much issue with that right now, but I will in the future, whenever I collect more slime variants. So yeah, I'm gonna pause the recording real quick. Alright, sorry about that. You know what, let's head out into the wild to look for some more stuff. Especially like roosteroo, since that's gonna be something I'm gonna need. And also, I'm gonna have to find some yolk slimes. If I get the opportunity to, anyways. Let's just try and, collect as much stuff as possible, out here. I'm gonna have to find those teleporters, or at least one of them. So that way I can actively, try and find some new stuff in the future. Because there's still some stuff that I haven't fully collected out there. There clearly is. So I'm gonna try and, head out to those teleporters. Alright, I think I'm pretty close to one by now. You know what, I don't care about anything else, I just want to get to those teleporters. So that way I can actively try and see what I need to get done. Roosteroo, I need that. There's also some jellystone here that I gotta collect too. For resources in the future. Alright, let's just try and collect as much of that as possible. For right now anyways. I don't care about anything else, I just want to get to the teleporter now. Alright, let's just try and see where it is. There it is. Crap, I fell down. I don't care about the cars, I just want to get out of here and just head to that teleporter. And also I don't have the water upgrade, so that's gonna be really harmful for right now. Okay, that's a tabby slime, I don't need those. Let's head over to this teleporter already. So that way I can actively, try and see what I can find in this new area over here. Alright, there we go. At least I made a little bit of progress. I want to make this video at least 20 minutes long, maybe 30 minutes if I get lucky. Because, obvious reasons. Since I haven't uploaded in the past few days. So yeah, let's just try and see what I can find out here. In terms of, outright resources. I don't care too much about the food variants, I really don't. Other than the roosteroos, of course, but, that can wait. Because I already have one. Okay, that's water lettuce, I don't need those. Honey slime quartz, I'm gonna need to find a honey slime. and then feed that. Alright, let's just head through this area so that way I can actively try and find a honey slime somewhere and collect its plort. There's some rock slimes. I don't really need many of those. You know what? Might as well collect some of them since I don't have too particularly many. So might as well just do that right now. If I find any other slime variants, I'm going to collect those, especially ones that I don't have. Might as well. Wait. There's hunter slimes out here? You can find hunter slimes too? Man, that's going to be hard to find, considering they can turn invisible. Okay, let's just try and see what I can find out here. Ooh, a honey slime. That's really good. All I need to do is just find a fruit of some kind. And then feed it to that honey slime and just see what I can do. Alright, let's collect as many of these slime variants as possible. I don't really care about anything else. I just gotta find a fruit tree. To some degree. And then feed it to the honey slime that I got here. Alright, here's a honey tree. I mean, man, I screwed up my speech there. It was like a fruit tree. Okay, eat this. Alright, there we go. There's a honey plort that I got. I don't know where else to really go right now. Let's go ahead and find that honey plort door again. Wherever it is. Alright, I think it might be through here. Through this danger area or whatever it is. Alright, let's just try and see what I can find. Because I gotta find that honey plort door. Wherever it is. Alright, I gotta just try and see where it is. That's a hunter Gordo. It eats meat variants. But that's not what I need. I need that honey plort door. Alright, let's just see what I can find here. Because I'm not leaving until I find that plort door. I'm not doing that. Alright, let's just try and see what I can do. There should be like a little cave somewhere, I think. So let's just try and find that already. Wherever it is. Yeah, it's through here, I think. Honestly, I don't care about the damage I take as long as I don't get knocked out. You know, because I am not dying now. Man, that's a Tanuki slime. There's 2 of them here. I need those. Man, I don't know where... I've already forgotten where that honey plort door is. I've already forgot. Man, I'm so stupid. Alright, either way, let's just try and see what I can find. Regardless. Because I am not leaving without, you know, seeing where that honey plort door is. You know, or at least a statue. Because I really gotta open up that plort door. You know, just to see what's in him. Okay, let's just see what I can find out here. I know it has to be around here somewhere, I just don't know where. Yeah, I'm kinda lost. Wait, there it is. Oh my god, I finally found it. Let's go ahead and plop that plort in and just see what I can find. Alright, let's see what's in here. Are you kidding me? It was a door that I've already ventured through. Man, that really sucks. You know what, let's collect some meat variants. First that, Hunter Gordo. You know what, actually, let's head back and collect those Tanuki slimes. Since, you know, it's turning dark out. Wait. I can get up there now, but I just need a jetpack to do it. Let's just see what I can find, regardless. Those Tanuki slimes should be here somewhere, or at least close by now. Considering, you know, the obvious. Okay, let's just try and find those Tanuki slimes already. I also gotta try and find some meat variants. First, the Hunter Gordo. I don't even know what their favorite food is, actually. But I know I'm gonna try and find it, like, first one regardless. I gotta get to at least 50, meat variants here. Wherever they're at. Alright, I'm gonna pause the recording real quick. Alright, sorry about that. Let's just try and find some more, stuff out here. So that way I can, at least try and burst that, Hunter Gordo. Man, of course I find another angler slime whenever I don't have the space for it. Man, that really sucks, too, because I needed, like, more angler slimes. That's, like, the one slime variant that I know I needed more of, Alright, let's just try and see what I can do to head over to that Hunter Gordo. For obvious reasons. Since I gotta try and collect more of these angler slimes. You know what? I might not end today's video at the observatory. Because there's really no point to it right now. Since I don't really have, too much time, if I'm being honest. So might as well, try and at least, save it, getting back to the observatory for next video. Might as well. So yeah, let's just try and find that Hunter Gordo already. All while collecting as many hens as possible. Same with roost too. Since I'm gonna need some more of those too. You know what, might as well get rid of these jellystone for right now and collect these, ringtail slimes. Because I know I needed those and I can't collect them during the day. I'll come back to get those ringtail slime. Those, whatever, jellystone. I'll try and collect those whenever I get back. For obvious reasons. Since I'm gonna need these. Alright, let's head back to my observatory real quick. For obvious reasons. Since I gotta try and get some of that done. Alright. Let's just try and find that teleporter. You know what? I don't even think I have too much time left. So, yeah. All I'm gonna have to do is just, put up this stuff that I got, especially the slime variants and roosteroo. And then try and do whatever else I can. Because that's pretty much the main thing I wanted to do. And then I'm gonna head downstairs to put up the jellystone. Since that's pretty much the main things I really need to get done. It's just that. Alright, let's just try and check and see what I can get done here. Hey, at least my Tanuki slime, at least he won't be lonely anymore. Since it was the only one I had, and now I have 2 more. So yeah, that makes 3, right now. Let's go ahead and just put up this roosteroo and just see what I can do. Alright. I can put up these slime variants now. I think that the Tanuki slimes are out here, I think. I think that's where I put them. Yep, here we go. At least my Tanuki slime won't be, alone anymore. Alright, let's collect some of these hens since I'm gonna need them for that hunter slime in a future video. Might as well at this point. For obvious reasons. Ooh, I can collect some of this stuff out here. I almost forgot that I even had this odd onion field. I almost forgot about that. Let's go ahead and feed, 12 of these carrots to my, ringtail slimes. And then, the other 10 to my cotton slimes. Since, you know what, actually, pink slimes, because they're gonna need some food too. Let's head downstairs since, the rock slime thing is right by here. Might as well do that now. Alright, let's see what I can do here. Wait, what can I craft? I really gotta try and do whatever I can. Alright. What even is this warp depot? I don't know what the warp depots do. You know? You know what, regardless. Let's try and see what this utility does. Slime stage. Huh. I wonder what that does. Alright, let's just check out some of the stuff here. I don't know what any of these utilities do, but I know that I could make a med station in the future if I wanted to. Alright, I'm gonna need 20 tabby slimes, 20 tabby plorts, 10 angler plorts, 10 radiant ore, 2 more jellystone, and 1,000 coins. So yeah, that's gonna take a while to collect some of. Because I don't even know if I can get those mining units. You know, well, let's put up these rock slimes, since I'm gonna need to try and, at the very least, collect some more meat variants, and I gotta have as much room for that as possible. Which currently I do not have. Alright, at least I have some more rock slimes, there. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and feed my rock slimes real quick. I would love to feed my angler slimes, some, but I don't really have the meat variants for that right now to feed 2 different slime types. I don't really have the resources for that right now. Alright, let's just try and check up on my, baddie slimes. They're gonna need some food too, I think. You know what, if they don't, I'll just try and, at least, feed them to my phosphor slimes. Might as well at this point. Alright, they are out of food, so I'm gonna have to feed them these pogo fruits. And these Q-berries too. Might as well. Alright, let's head over to my main ranch, to try and collect some meat variants. I don't know what food type the hunter slimes even enjoy. I really don't. Hopefully it's nothing too special or too particularly rare. Like, those... I forget what they're called, but they're like the hens that have stripes on them. I forget what they're called. Briar hens. That's it. Or, sea hens, too. Hopefully it's nothing rare like that, because honestly that would kind of screw me over if it was something that rare. But yeah, let's try and keep my slime variants fed. You know, I might as well feed these water lettuce things to my pink slimes. Might as well, considering that I've already fed my cotton slimes. Alright, let's just try and see what I can do here. Alright, let's check on, there aren't any elders, right now anyways. Let's go ahead and just try and check on, how many meat variants I have. Might as well right now, for obvious reasons. Okay, I don't have really much of anything right now. I'm not collecting these briar hens because I only have 2 of those. Yeah, might as well just put up at least 1 of each slot, meat variant. Yeah, that's clearly not going to be enough to burst the Gordo. Clearly it isn't, so might as well just wait at least a couple in-game days before I try and burst it with the meat variants I know I have. Let's go ahead and sleep until morning. Considering that's all I really can do. I'm gonna pause the recording real quick. Alright, let's just try and check and see on my slime variants, my meat variants right now. Might as well put down these, chickadoos, for obvious reasons. Considering I don't really need, them right now. Okay, let's just try and collect as many meat variants as possible. Okay, at least some of my, briar hens, grew up, or at least bred. So that's pretty good. Alright, let's just try and keep up my meat variants as much as possible. You know, because that's all I really can do for the most part. Let's just collect more, you know, plorts so that way I can try and get more plort collectors. Might as well at this point, because that's all I really can do. Okay, that's all the, you know, all those plorts I can collect right now for the phosphor slimes. Let's check up on these. Yep, I can collect some pink plorts too. I don't think I can collect any tabby plorts. I don't think I can. So let's just go ahead and sell these plorts right here, since that should give me some decent money. Alright. This is pretty good money right now. And that should be enough to get at least one more collector upgrade, which I know I'm gonna need in the future. Alright, let's head out to that cave, with, the, you know, Tanuki slimes and my honey slimes, since I know I'm gonna need to deal with those real quick. Ooh, some plorts. I'm gonna have to collect these. Alright, let's go ahead and just do whatever I can. Alright, there we go. Wait, that sounded like a hen variant. Screw it. Don't really need it right now. I'm gonna have to grow some, you know, food variants out here, just, for, you know, for the fact that I'm gonna need, to feed my honey slimes. So, yeah. Let's just try and see what I can do out here. Hopefully I can at least find a pogo fruit or two, so that way I won't have to worry too much about, you know, gathering up as many resources as possible. As of right now, I don't really see anything out here. You know, let's go ahead and buy the garden. Might as well at this point. You know, just so I could try and inevitably feed my honey slimes. Alright. Let's just try and see what I can do here. I'm gonna have to feed, these odd onions to my, cotton slimes, and then the carrots to my pink slimes. You know, for obvious reasons. Alright. Let's see what I can do here. Because I know I'm gonna feed my pink slimes. They're like one slime variant I know needs food the most. If I'm being honest. Let's check and see. Nope, no elder hens right now. Well, that's wild that I haven't found any elder hens yet. Wow, that's a lot of coins right there. Honestly, let's just try and check up on those ones by the port selling unit, or whatever that's called. So that way I can, you know, try and see if there's any plorts I can collect for money, since I'm gonna need at least, what, wait, I almost forgot that this is a different area. I haven't even got anything out here yet. Yeah, that's honestly, this is probably for the best for, like, meat collection. Probably, then I can try and sort some other stuff around. You know, to, you know, put other slime variants in my main observatory area. You know, you know what, I'm gonna pause the recording real quick whenever I get over to this, base camp thing. Real quick. Okay, I'm gonna pause the recording. Alright, let's just go ahead and head out here to see how my slime variants are doing. I'm getting pretty close to the end of the video, I think, because I only have like a minute or two left, before I can make the full 30 minutes. So yeah, let's just try and collect these plorts out here, since, you know, I know that there's a lot of them. Alright, let's just try and do whatever I can to sell these plorts, since I know that there's a lot of them out here. Okay. Yep, there's, a lot of heartbeats I can collect and feed to my, you know, rock slimes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to collect at least one of these heartbeats. I mean, not heartbeats, but pogo fruits. You know, so that way I can actively try and keep my, honey slimes fed. Okay. You know what, actually, let's collect you know what, never mind. Let's collect these pogo fruits, and I'll come back and collect those Q berries whenever they inevitably fall off the tree. So yeah. Let's just try and sell these plorts and see what I can do here. You know, because I'm gonna need as much stuff as possible. You know, to actively collect plorts. Okay, let's head out to that one area over here, so that way I can, for one, grow some pogo fruits for my honey slimes, and for two, try and do whatever I can in terms of outright resources. You know, especially plorts. Well, that was a really bad miss. Okay, let's go ahead and get the sprinkler upgrade, since that's clearly going to need to be gotten for the tree. Alright, let's see what I can do here. Let's head back to my observatory, real quick. So that way I can actively see what I can do. Alright. I'm gonna pause the recording real quick. Alright, that's gonna be the end of today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.